My name is Molly O'Halloran. I work for myself, and as Travis said, I specialize in hand-drawn and painted maps for different types of clients. Today, we're going to take a brisk walk through a campus map project. And I invite everybody to take a stretch and get that fall campus feeling, move around in your chair if it helps. It's just going to be 5 minutes. So by way of getting acquainted, the client here is a school in Concord, Massachusetts. And you can see the campus is settled between the Sudbury River and Concord's Main Street, which up at the top right of the image, that's downtown Concord. So the school is situated really close by. In addition to aerial imagery for the campus, that was really great reference. They also sent me a bunch of snapshots of beautiful campus buildings like this chapel. But the real reason they wanted an updated map was that they're doing a lot of landscaping and construction projects, and so their old kiosk maps were outdated. So they're already documenting these processes for construction purposes, and I had access to all of these images for buildings that didn't exist on previous maps, and for referencing roof lines for our project. Additionally, the school was established in 1922, so they had these great historic maps that had previously been made, and they kind of wanted to continue this tradition of handmade maps that express the character of the school. Now here's my practical tip. Ask your client to give you 2 or 3 adjectives for what they want the map to feel like. That'll tell you a lot about what they're looking at in your portfolio and how you're going to deliver that result for them. This client said historic yet informal. So this is another map sample that they sent me. So here, hopefully this plays. We started out with an area map to settle the school within the larger context of downtown Concord, the rivers, historical parks in the area, and you can see at the very south edge of the map, Walden Pond. So that ended up looking like this, and I used type on this map because of budget purposes and space reasons. So moving on to the actual campus map, this represents days and days of pencil drafting. I used the engineering plans from the school since they had really good resources on all of that. And then aerial imagery, the ground level snapshots to develop those roof lines for all of the buildings. When all the pencil work was done, I compiled the map in Photoshop, adding an insert for the athletic fields there at lower left, and mocking up a legend. And then I worked on a color sample for the client. Then, days and days more of painting. The map was drawn in pen and ink with watercolor paint, and then I went in at the end to increase the contrast with colored pencils for the windows and some of the darker elements, and to kind of land those buildings on the quads. And if anyone is interested in more talk about either drawing the axonometric buildings or pen and ink and watercolor techniques, there are talks I gave in 2016 and 2019 talking about those subjects. The last step for this one was the client requested everything be hand labeled. So I did all the lettering on separate sheets of calligraphic paper and on watercolor paper for the color elements, and photoshopped that all together. And there's the resulting campus map. After I delivered the final files, we also did a letter version, and then this large version for the kiosk. And then someone at the school digitized the map, so you can visit the link on the slide and see an interactive map of the school. So thanks for touring around with me, and enjoy the rest of your NACIS.